Dear listeners, imagine waking up one morning, stretching your arms, and realizing you can float right off your bed. Imagine looking at a map, pointing to a city thousands of miles away, and being there in the blink of an eye. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Anna's English channel. I am your host, Anna, and today we are stepping away from the ordinary world to talk about something truly magical. We are talking about the superpower I want most.
That sounds like a wonderful topic, Anna. Hello, everyone. I'm Leo. I have to admit, I spent a lot of my childhood tying a towel around my neck like a cape and jumping off the sofa trying to fly. I think everyone has dreamed about having a superpower at least once.
Exactly, Leo. It is a fun way to think about our lives and what we value. Even though we are adults now, our imagination is still a very powerful tool. It helps us dream, and dreaming is the first step to making things happen.
You're right. And for our listeners, talking about superpowers is a great way to practice conditional sentences. You know, saying things like, if I could fly, I would travel the world. It's a very natural way to use English.
That is a great point. So, Leo, let's dive right in. If you could pick just one superpower, only one, what would it be? Take your time. Don't rush.
I think I have my answer ready. It's something I think about every time I'm sitting in traffic or waiting for a slow bus. My choice would be teleportation.
Teleportation. That is a classic choice. No more walking, no more driving, just poof, and you are there.
Exactly. Think about it. I could have breakfast in Paris, do my work here in the studio with you, and then spend the evening watching the sunset on a beach in Hawaii. It's the ultimate freedom.
It sounds like a dream. But wait, Leo, you love your bicycle. You always tell me how much you enjoy your morning rides. If you could teleport, wouldn't you miss the journey?
That's a good question, Anna. I think I would still ride my bike for fun, but I would use teleportation for the boring parts of life, like the commute to work or going to the grocery store. What about you, Anna? I'm dying to know what you would pick.
Well, Leo, as much as I would love to skip the morning commute, my choice is a bit different. If I could have any superpower, I would want the ability to speak and understand every language in the world instantly.
Wow, that is so Anna. You are a language lover after all. But why that specific power?
Think about the walls we built between each other because we don't understand the words someone else is saying. If I could speak every language, I could go to any village, any city, any hidden corner of the world and truly listen to people. I could understand their stories, their jokes, and their heartaches without needing a translator.
That's actually very beautiful. It's not just a power, it's a way to bring people together. It's like the ultimate super empathy.
Exactly. I feel like language is the key to the human soul. When you speak to someone in their native language, you aren't just communicating information, you are showing respect and love for their culture. Plus, I would never have to worry about ordering the wrong food at a restaurant in a foreign country.
True. You wouldn't end up with spicy soup when you wanted to sell it. But Anna, wouldn't that be overwhelming?
Let's think about the funny side of these powers for a moment. Leo, if you could teleport, where is the most random place you would go just because you could?
Oh, that's easy. Sometimes at 11 p.m., I really crave a very specific type of street food from a market I visited in Thailand years ago. If I could teleport, I would just pop over there, grab a snack, and be back on my sofa before the movie starts.
That is hilarious. You would be the world's fastest food delivery person for yourself.
Definitely. And what about you? Would you use your language power to eavesdrop on people? Listen to what people are saying about you in secret?
Oh, Leo, I would like to say no, but I think I might be a little tempted. Imagine being on a bus and hearing two people talking about a secret treasure map. No, I'm joking. I think I would mostly use it to help people, like at a hospital or a police station where someone can't explain what's wrong.
That's very kind of you. But let's look at another power. What about invisibility? A lot of people choose that. Would you ever want to be invisible, Anna?
To be honest, Leo, I think being invisible would be a bit lonely. You are there, but no one can see you. No one can interact with you. I think I prefer being seen and being able to talk. What about you?
I agree. Invisibility feels a bit sneaky. I like the idea of super strength more. Imagine being able to lift a car to help someone change a tire, or carrying all the grocery bags from the car to the kitchen in just one trip.
Only one trip? Now that is a real superpower every adult wants. We all hate making 2 trips for the groceries.
We've been talking about the fun parts, but you know what they say in the movies? With great power comes great responsibility. If we actually had these powers, life would change a lot.
That's true. If you could teleport, Leo, would you feel obligated to help everyone all the time? If there was an emergency on the other side of the world, you could be there in a second. You might never get any rest.
I hadn't thought about that. That's the heavy side of it. If I had the power to save people instantly, I would feel guilty if I was just sitting at home watching TV. It would be hard to find a balance between being a hero and just being Leo.
Exactly. And for me, if I understood every language, people might always come to me to solve their problems or translate difficult documents. I might lose my own voice while trying to translate everyone else's. It shows that even the most amazing powers have a cost.
It's a good lesson. It makes me realize that our normal lives are actually quite nice. We have limits, and those limits help us define who we are. But if we are talking about powers, what about time travel? That's a big one.
Oh, time travel. That is a dangerous one, Leo. Would you go to the future or the past?
I think I would go to the past, just to see history. I want to see the pyramids being built, or listen to a great philosopher speak in ancient Greece. But I wouldn't want to change anything. Changing the past sounds like it would cause a lot of trouble.
I agree. I think I would go to the future. I'm too curious. I want to see what the world looks like in 500 years. Are there flying cars? Do we live on Mars? But then again, what if the future isn't as good as we hope? Maybe it's better not to know.
You know, Leo, while we are talking about these impossible powers, I was thinking, don't we already have some real-life superpowers?
Well, think about kindness. A small act of kindness can completely change someone's day. It can spread from one person to another like magic. Isn't that a kind of power?
It absolutely is. And what about persistence? The power to keep going even when things are difficult. For our listeners, learning a new language is a perfect example. It takes time, it takes effort, and sometimes it feels impossible. But if you keep going, you gain the superpower of understanding a whole new world.
Yes, that is so true. When I first started learning English, I felt like I was trying to climb a mountain with no shoes. But now I can talk to you, I can watch movies, and I can travel. It really does feel like a superpower that I earned.
I love that. A superpower you earned. That's much better than just waking up with it. Because you worked for it, you value it more. Another real superpower is creativity. The ability to create something from nothing. A song, a painting, a story. It changes the world.
And let's not forget resilience, the ability to bounce back after a failure. I think that's the most important power for anyone living in the modern world. Things go wrong, we make mistakes, but we get back up.
We really do. So even though we can't teleport or fly or speak 100 languages instantly, we are all a little bit super in our own way. It's all about how we use the talents we do have.
I feel very inspired now, Anna. Even though I still want to teleport to Thailand for dinner, I feel better about my normal legs.
Me too, Leo. And for everyone listening, I want you to think about your own journey. You are here, listening to a podcast in a language that isn't your first one. That is incredible.
Exactly. Don't be too hard on yourselves. Learning a language is a marathon, not a sprint. Every new word you learn is like a tiny superpower you are adding to your collection.
And remember, it's okay to make mistakes. Even superheroes fail sometimes. The important thing is that you are trying. Leo, do you have any advice for someone who feels like they aren't making progress?
My advice is to look back. Don't look at how far you have to go. Look at how far you have already come. Think about the things you can say now that you couldn't say 6 months ago. That past version of you would be very proud of the present version of you.
That is beautiful advice, Leo. We are all growing every single day. Before we move on to our vocabulary summary, let's take a deep breath and appreciate where we are right now. Ready?
Ready?
Now it is time for our favorite part of the show. We are going to look at some of the key words we use today. I will say the word clearly, explain what it means, and give you an example. Leo will help me too.
I'm ready. Let's start with the most important one.
The first word is superpower. Superpower. A superpower is a special ability that is much stronger or better than what is normal. In movies, heroes have superpowers like flying. Example, if I had a superpower, I would choose the ability to heal people.
The second word is teleportation. Teleportation. This is the act of moving from one place to another instantly, without traveling through the space in between. Example, teleportation would make traveling to other countries very fast and easy.
The third word is empathy. Empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person. It is like feeling what someone else feels. Example, reading books helps us develop empathy because we see the world through someone else's eyes.
The fourth word is commute. Commute. A commute is the journey you make every day between your home and your place of work or study. Example, my morning commute takes 45 minutes by train.
The fifth word is invisibility. Invisibility. This is the state of being impossible to see. Example, the main character in the story used a magic cloak to achieve invisibility.
And a bonus word for today, persistence. Persistence. Persistence means continuing to do something even though it is difficult or people are against you. Example, her persistence in practicing the piano finally led her to win the competition.
Excellent! Please try to use these words in a sentence today. It is the best way to remember them.
This has been such a fun conversation, Anna. It really made me think about what I value. It's not just about the powers. It's about what we would do with them.
I agree, Leo. It's a reflection of our hearts. So, to our wonderful listeners, if you ever find yourself in a situation where you are talking about your dreams or your ideal world, remember to use the phrases we used today. If I could, or I would love to.
And don't forget the real-life powers you already have. Be kind, stay curious, and keep practicing. You are doing great.
That's right. And now we want to hear from you. If you could have any superpower, what would it be and why? What would you do with that power? Please leave a comment and let us know. We love reading your answers, and it is a great way for you to practice your English writing.
Yes, please share your thoughts. Whether it's something funny like never needing to sleep or something deep like bringing world peace, we want to hear it all. And if you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
Thank you so much for joining us today on Anna's English channel. It has been a pleasure spending this time with you. We hope you feel a little more super after listening to this. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep learning, and keep being you.
Goodbye, everyone. See you in the next episode.
Bye-bye.